if you see, a company was incorporated on 1st May 84 to take over a business as a going concern from 1st Jan of the same year. Okay, so actually the business it has taken over. It was started on 1st Jan, but it got incorporation only on 1st May. Okay, so the turnover for the year ended 31st December was rupees 2 lakh, namely 60,000 for the first period up to 1st May and 1,40,000 for the following period. So total sales, if you see, turnover means sales. So total sales it was actually 2 lakhs, but 60,000 belong to first period, means that is pre-incorporation period. Okay, till 1st May, and post-incorporation sales is 1,40,000. So both joined together only 2 lakh your total sales actually. So this information is given to you for calculating your time ratio and for calculating your sales ratio. Okay. So next, if you see from the profit and loss account given below for the year ended 31st December 84, you are required to ascertain profits prior to incorporation. So your year end is 31st December 84 for this question. Okay. So again, you have to calculate the time ratio and sales ratio first, and then only you have to start preparing your accounts. Okay, so you have to identify each and every item. So now let us see that gross profit. If you see, it will be done based upon sales ratio. Like this, every individual item you have to find out time ratio or sales ratio, under which you have to do the appropriation. Okay, so if you see rent rates, all those things, it will not get fluctuated, or it will not come under variable expenses. Sales irundhalum, sales if it is not there also, you have to incur certain expenditure. So that is known as fixed cost or fixed expenses. Okay, so rent rates and all, it will not get varied. Okay, so rent rates, all those things will be done based upon time ratio. Insurance will be done based upon time ratio. So question go through பண்ணும்போதே you have to find out time ratio or sales ratio, under which it will come. Okay, so insurance time ratio, and then lighting time ratio. Okay, say salaries, if you see, it is also time ratio. So general expenses, office expenses, salaries, stationery, postage stamps, like this, any kind of expenses if you come across, all those will be done based upon time ratio. Okay, and then director's fees. So director's fees, if you see, as it is paid after the date of incorporation, so it will come under only under the post column. Okay. So next, if you see sales discount, sales commission, they itself gave us sales. But even if they are not giving you the sales also, discount commission both will be done based upon sales ratio. Okay. So sales ratio already we have to calculate and keep, and you have to do the appropriation based upon that. Okay, and then general expenses, it will be done based upon time ratio. Okay, so time ratio already we have to calculate and keep and do the appropriation. Pre column la how much and post column how much amount you have to find out. Okay, and then carriage outwards. Okay, carriage outwards, if you see, what is meant by carriage? It is a transportation expense. So from one place to other place, if you are going to shift your goods or stock something, that time you will be incurring carriage, transportation, all those things. Okay. So freight, sometimes freight we mention it as. So carriage outwards means whenever it is a kind of expense. Okay, so it has to be done based upon your sales ratio again. Okay, so carriage outwards means it is from your point end, from your factory or something, it is going to your customer, to your buyer. So you are going to distribute that, it is going out of your business. So only when you are making sales, you will be distributing your goods, you will be transporting your goods. So it has to be done based upon sales ratio again. Okay, and then bank charges. So bank charges, it is no way going to affect your sales or something. So it has to be done based upon time ratio again. And then repairs. Repairs, if you see, Again, it is time ratio only. Rent, repairs, all these will come under time ratio only. Bad debts. So as we discussed already, sales ratio, because only if you make credit sales, debtors will come into picture. When debtors are there, sometimes it may move to bad debts also. So bad debts, sales ratio. Loan interest, interest on loan. So interest on loan is no way it is going to affect your sales. So time ratio only. Okay. And then net profit information is given. So you'll be doing all as we done for the previous problem. Same thing, gross profit, sales, all those things you'll be doing. And finally, you'll be finding out the profit. You'll be balancing the account and finding out the profit. Okay. So that profit pre-period, it will be transferred to capital reserve account, and post column is your net profit. That is which is you can distribute to the shareholders as dividend, or you can use for some other purpose. Okay. So we can prepare the account now. So first of all, you have to calculate the time ratio as we done for the last problem. So calculate the time ratio. Okay. So find out the date of acquisition or date of purchase, the taken over date. Okay. And find out the date of incorporation again. And then your date of financial year end. Okay. So find out these dates. So from the question. So first paragraph, if you see May 1st, 84, it was incorporated. So incorporated date is May 1st. So May 1st means 1/5. Okay. 1/5. That year you just note down. Year is 84. So here you mention 84. Now find out when it was taken over. And to take over a business as a going concern from 1st January. So 1st January you have to mention here 1/1/84. Okay, so that will be your date of purchase. And date of financial year end, if you see 31st December. So just note on that 31/12/84. Okay. So now calculate the time ratio. How to calculate? First month you have to write properly. Then after that you have to calculate months properly. Then only your time ratio will be correct, or else it will be wrong. As we discussed already, if your time ratio is wrong, all the expenses you are doing appropriation will also go wrong. Pre-column, post-column amount, everything will become wrong. So carefully you just calculate how many months. So first Jan, first May. But 1st May you should not take into consideration. Till 30th April only you have to consider. Okay. So first month, second month, third month, fourth month. Fourth month till that 30th April. 4 months. 1st May you should not take. If it is 30th May means on the month May month you have to consider. But here 1st May itself they got incorporated. So till 30th April only you have to take it to account. So January, February, March, April. First month, second month, third month, fourth month. So 4 months are there. So 4 months you have to consider here. Okay. And you can mention the uh, now date of incorporation from the date of financial year and how many months. So actually we have 12 months. 12 months, 4 months if it is going means 8 months. Like that itself you can find out and just write it out. Or else you can calculate also. If you see May 1st, from May 1st, so May month you have to consider. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, 8 months. December fully. So 8 months will be there. So now 4 months is to 8 months. That is 4 is to 8. Okay. So 4 is to 8. Now this can be again written as 1 is to 2. Okay. That you know already. 4:8 can be written as 1:2. So you can simplify that and keep it. Okay, so whenever you are getting like this now, you can simplify and keep it. Okay, so this is your time ratio actually. Now, what are the salaries, general expense, stationery, postage, printing, any item if you come across like that, insurance, interest on loan, everything, bank charges, everything to be done based upon this 1:2 only. Okay, now moving on to the sales ratio now. So you have to calculate the sales ratio. Sales information will be given to you and you have to do the sales ratio. So sales amount, how much you have to find out from the question. So for the first period, if you see, so totally 2 lakh for the first period up to May 1st, that is the date of incorporation varicum. So it is 60,000. And after the date of incorporation, 1,40,000. So 60,000, 1,40,000 belongs to pre-period and post-period. So let me mention here 60,000. Okay. And this is 1,40,000. Now you can simplify this. You can further reduce. So zeros, everything will go. 4 zeros here, 4 zeros here. So remaining is 6:14. Further, you can also reduce this one also under 2 table. You can reduce. So it will come 3:7. So this will be your sales ratio actually. Okay, from this you can find out how to calculate profit and loss on that account, how to prepare that, all those things we can discuss in the next session.